What's going on, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. It's about it's 11:30, as a matter of fact, on a Monday night. Just got finished watching the game and doing a little bit of research on a couple of things that I'm gonna be putting up. Um, I should say content that I'm going to be putting up. Before I go any further, please like and subscribe to my channel. Um, There's going to be a couple of videos I'm going to be putting up. I'm trying to put up a video at least once a day because it's the purpose of what's going on mainstream media and social media at that as well. It's too much of uh, these alleged elites are trying to dumb down the American people. So if you want to get independent media, I say go on YouTube, find the best qualified people that actually do research, and come from there. But anyway, I should say go from there. Anyway, I want to talk about this video that I got here. I'm going to be doing, this video is going to be consist of a message that Malcolm X put out. It was in the 60s, just before he died, about the liberals and how the liberals are to the black man and to the black, to black people in general. And everything that he's saying, and all you high level thinking people that's associated with this channel, you're going to understand exactly what he's talking about, because it's actually talking about what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you guys go, listen to it, and we're gonna just go from there. More than likely, I'm not going to even say anything to the video. I just want you guys to look to it. As a matter of fact, I will say a couple things because I want you guys to literally hear exactly what Malcolm X is saying, and I'm going to repeat some key statements that he says. All right. So let's share it over here real quick. Hold on one second. Yeah. Here we go. This about white liberals and conservatives and the difference between the two. And again, this was in the early 60s when he did this speech, just before he passed away. You see just a picture, but it's only gonna play the audio just to let you guys know. All right.
In this crooked game of power politics here in America, the Negro, namely the race problem, integration, civil rights issues, are all nothing but tools used by the whites who call themselves liberals against another group of whites who call themselves conservatives, either to get into power or to retain power. Among whites here in America, the political teams are no longer divided into Democrats and Republicans. The whites who are now struggling for control of the American political throne are divided into liberal and conservative camps. The white liberals from both parties cross party lines to work together toward the same goal, and white conservatives from both parties do likewise. The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon.
How many, I know you guys hearing it, but I just like I said, I want you to hear specifics, and I want you to hear it again. How many white liberals, any black man or woman that's listening to this, how many white liberals you know that are always trying to tell you how to think, how to put that victimhood in your mind, and how to trigger that. How many people? How many of you guys grew up with that? Saw it with your teachers, saw it with the climate to what it is today. How many of you did? Let me go on.
In this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives, the American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism, false promises of integration and civil rights. In this game of deceiving and using the American Negro, the white liberals have complete cooperation of the Negro civil rights leaders who sell our people out for a few crumbs of token recognition, token gains,
No real tangibles.
token progress.
And he's talking about 50, 60 years ago, guys. It's still to this day, no tangibles. We help all race of people that come to this country. We vote for our demise by helping these people because nobody don't help us. They call us all every racist name in the book. They taught to hate the Black American man. A lot of these, not gonna say all, but a lot of these, a lot of those immigrants. You know, I don't want to harp on that because I want you to hear this video, but I had an old friend today tell me how immigrants was great for this country, this and that, third. I said, I get that, but you're missing the point of what I'm saying. You're missing the point of Black people are voting for their demise because we vote for everyone else to be stronger economically, socially, everything you can name. We vote for our demise and we get no tangibles. We vote for you guys, a lot of you guys, and you guys disrespect this. And it's been going on for about, 45, 50 years.
In the New York Tribune, in an editorial dated February the 5th, 1960, they pointed out that out of 11 million qualified Negro voters, only 2,700,000 actually take time to vote.
Listen to this, guys.
This means that, roughly speaking, only 3 million out of the 11 million Negroes who are qualified to vote take an active part. And the remaining 8 million remain voluntarily inactive. And yet it is this small minority, the 3 million Negro voters, who help determine who will be the next president. If who will be the next president can be influenced by 3 million Negro voters,
this shit right here happens today. When are we going to freaking change? When are we going to change? Why don't we never want to vote for tangibles overall? Why do we get triggered by this man racist, this man more racist? Why do we fucking do that? It's sad. It's a crying shame. I don't get that mindset. Why do you allow people to trigger you with this elementary shit? I don't hear the Asian community worry about people being racist towards them. I don't hear them like that. I don't hear other East Indian communities. I don't hear Middle Eastern communities. I don't hear that, because you can't trigger strong culturally people with strong culture. You can't trigger them. You can't do it. You cannot trigger someone with a strong culture, with a strong upbringing. You can't. But you can trigger a Black man or a Black woman immediately, still to this fucking day, 50 years later.
it is easy to see why the presidential candidates of both political parties put on such a false show with the Civil Rights Bill and promises of integration. They must impress the 3 million voting Negroes who are the actual integration seekers. And if so much fuss is made over these 3 million integration,
what he mean integration seekers is those black men and women. I talked about this before, that live off of it's like a more of a sexual being. They want to be around other men, want to be around other non-black women. The women want to be around other non-black men. It's more a sexual orient. Like, oh, you want to pick your litter of what you want. Anything. Because that's the self-hate. That's what he means. That they want to be integrated. They want it because they want to be away from black people. There's a lot of black Americans are filled with self-hate. There's a lot of black Americans are trying to go away from their blackness as much as they possibly can. And this is not entirely all our fault because we've been mentally fucked for centuries. But in those times, 50, 60 years ago, when he did this video, I kind of can understand the black people that was mentally fucked the most but now it's too much information now. It's like you just want to be that. In my opinion, it's like a lot of you just want to be that way. Don't give a shit. Just want to be that way. Let me go on with the video. I'm sorry.
Seekers. What would the presidential candidates have to do to appease the 8 million non-voting Negroes if they ever decided to become politically active? They hold the balance of power. Who are the 8 million non-voting Negroes? What do they want? And why don't they vote? The 3 million Negro voters are the so-called middle-class Negroes or high-class Negroes.
Listen to this.
Or uppity Negroes who are referred to by the late Howard University sociology professor E. Franklin Frazier as the black bourgeoisie, who have been educated to think as patriotic individualists with no racial pride whatsoever, who believe in...
I know a whole lot of you. I know a whole lot of people that have no pride in their own, that have no pride within themselves, but have pride within so many other non-black people. Love, cherish, will kill for them as well.
And look forward to the future integrated, intermarried society that is constantly being promised to them by the Negro politician. And therefore, this integration-minded 3 million minority remain an active part of the white-controlled political parties. But it must never be overlooked that these 3 million Negro integration seekers are only a small minority of the 11 million qualified Negro voters. The 8 million non-voting Negroes are the majority, the downtrodden black masses. They have refused to vote. They've refused to take a part in politics because they reject the Uncle Tom approach of the clergy politician leadership that has been handpicked for the so-called Negroes by the white man himself. This clergy politician leadership does not speak for the Negro majority. They don't speak for the black masses. They speak for the black bourgeoisie, the brainwashed, white-minded, middle-class minority, who, because they are ashamed of their race, because they are ashamed of being black, and don't want to be identified with black, they are seeking to lose this black identity by mixing and mingling and intermarrying and integrating with the white society. The race problem cannot be solved by listening to the white-minded, brainwashed minority. The white man must try to learn what the black majority wants. The president would be wise to try and learn what the black masses want. And the only way to find this out is by listening to the man who speaks for the black masses. And I can declare to you tonight and to the entire world that the man here in America who speaks for the majority, the downtrodden, dissatisfied black masses, is this same man who so many thousands of our people are flocking toward to see and hear. This same Mr. Muhammad who is labeled by you as a black supremacist and as a racist and as an extremist. If the 3 million middle-class Negroes are casting their ballots for integration and intermarriage, what do the non-voting black masses who are in the majority want? Find out what the black masses want, and then perhaps America's grave race problem can be solved.
Right, right. Let me take this off. So, guys, it's one of them things that, like Malcolm X, I know a lot of these fake woke black men and women try to put Malcolm X in their mouth, being as though they really don't. A lot of these, just like he said, a lot of them just want to integrate, without even loving, without even trying to find any intangibles for their own, even for their own, at least their families. At least them, no, not for your people, because I know that's too hard. But it's too hard for the family, for your own families too, for a lot of you, Black Americans that seek integration, sexual integration for the most part. Like Malcolm X talked that solution. And we haven't really had a leader, Malcolm X. So many different others, Martin Luther King. It was not just them. It was so many others. They talked solutions. Now, these so-called black leaders, what they talk is a bunch of bull. The rest. That's what they talk. They talk. All I hear is a bunch of swelling as super liberal black men and women and conservative black men and women. I don't hear nothing for solutions you will hear it like on YouTube, independent thinkers, independent news outlet on YouTube or any other podcast. You just have to find it. And again, I'm one of them because I'm going to give you facts. I'm going to give you a lot of things from my preference, from my perspective, I should say, but I'm going to give you things that I researched. And my research is that for this particular video, a lot of us black, black Americans, we're voting on our demise, and I can't stop, stop talking about it because it's something that's getting on my nerves and a lot of free thinkers' nerves because we feel like there's no hope in the black community. There's no hope. We keep on voting on our demise. We talk about criminal reform. We vote these two people in. We talk about being woke on things. We vote these two people in. I respect the black man and woman that's not voting at all than I do a black man and woman voting Democrat just because you was told to vote Democrat because it triggered your emotions, So instead of, voting on policy, your best interest in, your family or how they will gain, hopefully wealth or gain, jobs that you need, or if you're a capitalist, you're an entrepreneur, gain that in those, in any way that's going to give you and your family tangibles as we all need, But this is what it is. You know, I'm going to keep on, again, as I said before, I'm going to keep on doing my thing. I'm going to keep on trying to come up with solutions, come up with new content. You know, you guys understanding what we need to do to, you know, as in American, as American people in general, what we need to do to make this country, you know, strong, you know, with, you know, order, you know, because we're running out of order. It's a lot of people going haywire. But, you know, and I just, and that video by Malcolm X is something that I wanted to do. And I've been wanting to do 2, 3 days ago. Because again, that video, that speech that he has, that he did, is, it relates to today. It relates to today. Big time. You know. But anyway, guys, I'm about to go take my butt to bed and come up with some more content for you guys. Tomorrow I'm more than likely I'm gonna try to do a live as well, but I'm definitely gonna do a video. And again, please like, subscribe to Kasim Lamar Dream Big podcast on YouTube. Hit the like button, share this video, and share my other videos, because it's a lot of content that I've been putting out lately that I was really, really passionate of doing. So keep on supporting your boy. All right. Have a good night. And please keep on subscribing to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to it. And if you already subscribed to it, thank you. All right, guys. Have a good night. Peace.